the season just started, GA. We have a few big storylines already.
Yeah, it doesn't take long in this league. The intense media scrutiny, social media, news travels fast.
Now Golden State's starting five. Prez out there with Porzingis. Then there's Stephen Curry. And it's Smith. And it's Butler in the three spot.
Nice effort taking the early lead. Here we go.
Always good to see the ball go through the net early. You know there's not a lid on that thing.
And it goes down 2 points.
And Butler making that look far easier than it actually is, showing you great body control.
Back to Fox. Outside for Wembanyama. Shot clock at 5. San Antonio needs to get off the shot here. Lee gets the bucket.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And now they are just going to keep riding that momentum with the hot hand.
Now, here is Smith. Off a stellar performance against Oklahoma City.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Yeah, not only does he create the space he needs, but then he attacks downhill.
And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play. Here's Fox, and it's Fox with the jam.
Well, Fox has got great leaping ability, and he likes to get up off the ground there for the flush.
Curry passes to Porzingis. Now Prez. He's a guy we see deliver on a nightly basis, averaging about 24.5 points a game. Back to Porzingis. Rebounded by Victor Wembanyama. Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Mitch Johnson. I asked him about what can tip the balance in their favor tonight, and he said, quote, when Kristaps Porzingis is operating at a high level, it opens up their entire offense. The key for us is to keep Porzingis from having a major impact. If we can do that, it'll be our game to win. Kevin, back over to you.
We appreciate it, Allie. Thank you. Now, here's Fox. Turned in an outstanding game against Chicago. That one's not going to go.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
And the speed of the Aaron Fox. Wow. GA, he gets up the court in a hurry.
And you combine his water bug quickness with the towering size of Wembanyama. It's a 1-2 punch that promises to confound opponents for years to come. Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Fox with it now, guarded by Prez. Shots good by Lee.
And when you start out shooting 80% or better as a team, you start to feel yourself a little bit, and that feeling is good.
Pass to Smith. Shoots a fader. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. In GA, we know Coach Steve Kerr has been up front. In order to win, the Warriors need to take and make a lot of threes.
Well, it's the superpower of their best player. And the arrival of Jimmy Butler has provided some balance, but threes are still their best bet.
And he makes the first. And Greg, with Stephon Castle winning the 2025 Rookie of the Year award, the Spurs went back-to-back in that category.
Yeah, of course, Victor Wembanyama winning that same award in 24. Just more confirmation that these Spurs are building something special.
And both free throws good for Lee. And you look at the addition of Jimmy Butler. GA, why has he been such a fit for the Warriors?
He really is an unselfish, high IQ superstar, and that's what the Warriors are all about. And his isolation, interior scoring has given them another look offensively.
And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy.
averaging about 31 points, 2.5 steals, and 7 rebounds. And his defensive presence inside, not to be overlooked. He builds a wall around the basket.
Yeah, these are the marks of a great defender. Blocking shots, altering shots, and then just blowing up a team's offensive rhythm.
Here's Winters. No scoring in this one. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
And a quick review, looking at some numbers here with Victor Wembanyama. And he provides that deterrent around the rim, ranking among the top 15 league-wide in blocks per game.
And he's a top 10 rebounder this year for good reason. He's unbelievably driven, and he competes with you for the entire game. Pass to Castle. Vassell, a screen on Smith. 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
That's just textbook. Castle understands when to deliver the ball off that screen.
Now here's Prez. Back to Curry. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Buck to end the run. Rebounded by Castle. Spurs leading by 9. Puts it up for Wembanyama. Now Prez, covered by Vassell. And there's another turnover by the Warriors. And here is the 2K leaderboard with the list of the NBA's top rebounding teams this season. The Spurs second.
You know, it's not necessarily a glamour stat, but make no mistake, their top-notch board work has been a huge key to their success.
Curry against Fox. And they call the foul, so he's got the and-one chance here to make it a three-point play. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Spurs.
Absolutely dialed
Find
in
the lane.
from beyond
Find
the
the
arc
lane.
so far in this one.
One shot.
The defense is surrendering the long-range shot here early on.
And their ball movement has been next level. When your team is playing unselfishly like this, that is tough to beat.
And thus far in his career, Victor Wembanyama is averaging well over 3 blocks per game.
Matter of fact, if he can maintain this rate, he's on pace to average the most blocks of any player in NBA history, surpassing the towering Marquis.
And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. You look at San Antonio, they're in second, looking to take over the first spot. And, of course, there's the Warriors, 2 games back.
And, you know, for the Spurs, they've been taking no prisoners here in the early part of the season. It's been a very fast start and a lot of focus for this group.
Yeah, coming into the year, they were certainly one of the favorites, if not the favorite, and they have not disappointed.
Now, here is Smith. Well, you know that he's going to find a way to get the ball in the basket. No matter what D he's faced with, he averages about 31.5 points a game. And the Spurs with possession. The Warriors making the shot. Shots good by Lee.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Now, here is Smith. And Lee pulls it down. Well, it was the San Antonio Spurs winning their last game against the Bulls in Chicago.
Yeah, those road games are tricky, but they had a good strategy going in and stuck to what they do best.
They were so precise with their execution. They didn't make many mistakes on either end, and that took the crowd out of the game.
Here's Curry following the bucket by the Spurs. Three-pointer, Butler. Nice defense by Sa. And so Wembanyama will bring it up for the Spurs. 15-point game. Pass to Castle. And the foul on the closer. That is his first foul of the game. One thing we see sometimes, players opting to represent themselves when it comes to signing a contract. In other words, Tim, they don't have an agent. Why do you think that is?
Well, I think most players, Kevin, understand that the numbers are pretty set, particularly for the superstar. If you know you're going to get a supermax, why not keep more of what you make? Why pay an agent?
That's a good point.
And despite that miss, a strong start for them offensively.
Fox with the steal. Here's the fast break. Wembanyama leading the way. It's tipped. Now here's Prez. Defended by Wembanyama. Pass to Winters. Here's Curry. And the layup is good. Curry's got his second basket.
Well, you sometimes forget that Curry has one of the elite handles in the game. He can put any defender on skates.
And now, Allie LaForce has something for us from the sideline.
Thank you. Jimmy Butler is the complete package. Coach Steve Kerr said he's an amazing player. The skill, the strength, the ability to get to the line, his passing connects the game. And in the end, it goes beyond that. Just his presence out there. He's a lion. He's a force. Back over to you, Kevin.
One of the best for sure. All right, Allie, thank you for the report. Smith kicks to Prez. Nelson and Smith with the assist that time.
And they don't want to get in the habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. Entirely new group here. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Victor Wembanyama. Bryant comes in for Lee. Johnson, he's checked in for Devin Vassell. And it's Harper in for De'Aaron Fox. Golden State also making some changes. Green comes in for Jimmy Butler. And it's Brandon Pajemski in for Smith. Spurs leading by 10. Castle finds Johnson. Up top, Cornett. Back to Johnson. Over Prez. Again, the miss by the Spurs.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Here's Pajemski. And it's blocked. And they recover. Curry against Harper. Curry kicks to Prez. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. 6 points for Prez.
And we often talk about the importance of setting the table. Curry right there doing a great job. Here's Castle.
And nothing is falling for him right now. Here's Pajemski. Castle covering. Prez dishes to Kerr. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Here's Porzingis. And it's sent back by Bryant. In the corner, Castle with it. Pass to Harper. And it's Cornet, top of the key. Here's Castle. To the wing right side. Harper uses the glass to drop it in.
Locked and loaded. Harper got it away like he never even had it.
Pajemski, the bounce pass. A minute 42 left in the first quarter. In transition, here comes San Antonio. And here's Harper from the arc. And he's good on the three ball. And it's a 12-point San Antonio lead. That's tipped. Harper with the steal. Outside Bryant. Castle on the wing. Back to Bryant. Kicks it out to Johnson. Lets it go with the three. The Warriors pull it in. Winters has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Green passes to Curry. Back to Green. It's Green with the jam.
How about the execution inside by Green? He's excellent at knowing when to attack down low.
Pass to Castle. Up top, Cornet. Clock at 6. And he gets the whistle for the 32nd call. Warriors trail by 10. Outside, Porzingis. Pass to Winters. And the Warriors take on 2 more.
Assisted by Kristaps Porzingis.
The Spurs shooting 56% in this first quarter. An outstanding start for this offense. Outside for Curry. Good. Great play by Green to set it up. Now just a 5-point San Antonio lead. Castle with it. That will count.
That is fun to watch. Lets it go at the very last second.
Oh, with the clock running down, man, that was close.
And so the first quarter is in the books. It's the Spurs. They're up by 8. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Spurs?
Just stretching out the floor at first. They have the defense scrambling.
It's what the league looks like these days, but it's not always easy to pull off and execute.
So with Curry sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. Horford is out there with Green. Then there's Moody. Then there's Brandon Pajemski. And it's Smith in at the shooting guard. And when you talk about Dylan Harper, Greg, just how impressive is his skill set?
A tall guard with incredible handles and elite elusivity. He already has an impressive command of the pick and roll. Harper, I believe, is primed to be a special player in this league.
Now here's Johnson. Still yet to score. Outside Harper. Pass to Lee. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And Harper slams it in.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Smith on the wing. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. 14 feet away. Again, Golden State.
And as you can see, that shot is well within his wheelhouse.
Lee sends a screen for Harper. Warriors with the rebound. They want to keep rolling here following the win against the Thunder.
Remarkable consistency from deep. You can't count on that every game, especially on the road.
Well, if you shoot the ball at 40% or better from the three-point line, you are going to win most games no matter where you play.
It's stolen by Green. To the paint. Pass to Pajemski. Traps in the tray. And now it's only a 5-point San Antonio lead.
Yeah, their inside-outside game, very effective. That was a great pass.
Lee sets a screen for Harper. Lee in the posts, working on Horford. 6 on the shot clock. Smith against Bryant. San Antonio again missing. Warriors trail by 5. How about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter of basketball? Bryant. They recover it. Horford against Bryant. Second chance shot. Horford good.
A remarkable interior presence. Horford's a veteran who still has those polished post moves.
Pass to Johnson. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played, and that one drops. And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout, looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. Here's a look at some of the stats for him.
And the stat to look at is his steal total over the last 5 games. He's been focusing more on his defense, trying to be a disruptor, and it's made them a lot tougher on D.
And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Outside, Horford. Smith surveying the D. Shoots over Johnson. And it's Smith missing. San Antonio leading by 5. Lee kicks to Harper. Hit by Lee. Johnson in the corner. Tries the spin move. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It goes on Moses Moody.
And one thing you gotta love about Johnson, his energy. The man doesn't take his foot off the gas.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. And we've got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. Shams, what's the story?
Well, fans becoming very familiar with the term second apron over the last few seasons, and front offices admit the devil is in the details. While it's not exactly a hard cap, teams are showing little willingness to endure the penalties that come with persisting above that second apron threshold.
That is so true. Shams, thank you very much for the report. Now, here is Smith. He has 6. Shoots over Harper. That one's good. The San Antonio lead is cut to just 5 on the basket from Smith.
And he's able to spin around, stay on balance, and still make that shot.
Here's Fox. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Fox has got his second bucket of the game to go.
If Fox gets cut off from inside, he has options. That mid-range is a big part of his repertoire.
Now, here is Smith. 8 points for him. Outside Harper. Outside Fox. Over Green. Fox, no good.
When you're not at your best, it is great to have teammates who will pick up the slack.
Now, Podziemski. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Moody finds Podziemski. Green with a screen on Lee. Here's Podziemski. Johnson with the rebound.
And he can't let that get to him. He should have made it, but he's got to focus on the next one.
There's Lee with the 3. Good, and it's Fox who picks up the assist. Fox has got 5 assists tonight.
And even after all those 3-pointers he hit in that first quarter, looks like the D still didn't learn its lesson as they've left him open for another one.
Lee with the steal. Wound up there for Fox. And the ball out of play. The Warriors will inbound.
And with a pause in the action, look at the numbers for Lee. And ranked among the top 10 in scoring, he can fill it up with the best of them.
And back to what you said, top 5 in steals this year. Quick hands and great anticipation. Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Vassell, he's checked in for Johnson. And Stephon Castle subbed in for Harper. While their pass it to Smith. Outside Curry. Pass to Porzingis. Butler on the way. No one near Smith as he lets it go. A 3-pointer off the mark.
It's been a rough quarter for him. I think patience can help. Take the shots that are there. Don't force it.
Fox, no good.
Well, they did a great job putting a body on him, and they didn't allow him to convert.
How about the ferocity from Butler? Just exploding to the rim to take that one home as soon as the lane opened up.
Now, here's Fox. And you know the points always be there for him. He's averaging just a short of 20 points a game right now.
That's a great look. His teammate was on the move, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Smith dishes to Curry. Porzingis sets the pick for Curry. Back to Smith. Trying to break that ice cold streak.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful 2-hand jam. Outside Fox. Here's Castle. He has 5 with the step back. And here's Vassell from the arc. Drains it from beyond the arc. Vassell's got 5 points so far.
Yeah, Vassell looking comfortable and confident from the corner.
Outside Butler. Pass to Smith. A 3-ball. And Lee pulls it down. Lee's got his 7th rebound here tonight. And here is Fox. Curry with the steal.
That is a tough bubble down there, and Curry relishes any opportunity he gets to go to the foul line.
I've always admired the impact that Steph Curry, Tim, has made on this game, and not only at this level, but at every level. With that in mind, do shooters train differently in part because of him?
Yeah, I believe they do, Kevin, but you've got to beware. This is a guy that's often imitated, rarely replicated. He is so special, but I think guys need to add escape dribbles, the sidestep dribble, and certainly deep shooting off the dribble. That's where Steph Curry has impacted the modern shooter.
That's good advice. He's perfect from the line this time. Hey, Tim, if you could start a franchise with one player not named Wembanyama, who would you select?
I think I'd go with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander right now. When you look at his age, combined with the fact that I believe he is the single toughest individual cover in the NBA, he can just collapse defenses at will.
That is so well said. Would you pick a position or the player? How would you discern between those two thoughts?
I think the key for me is I want to take it. Oh, what shot for Wembanyama!
The perfect lob partner. Wembanyama with elite hand-eye coordination.
And it's Curry with the ball, bringing it up for the Warriors. They trail by 11. Trez with the screen for Curry. From deep three-point territory, Gasol grabs the board. The Spurs have gone 8 of 13 in the second quarter, well above the 50% mark from the field. Smith outside. Five on the clock. Fade away. That's short off the rim. San Antonio leading by 11. Porzingis with the steal. Now here's Curry. 29 points for him last game against the Thunder in Oklahoma City. The shot by Butler. Nobody around. Offline with his feet. Wembanyama dazzles to Fox. Here's Castle. Beyond the arc. They get the rebound. Fox against Curry. Another shot. And there's the nice layup by Fox. Fox has got 4 points this quarter.
Nice work inside from the smaller Fox. So cunning and crafty around the rim.
Curry with a wide open look. Hits it from three-point range.
Gets one to go. It's been a great personal night for him, but those mean a lot less if you're losing.
Here's Castle. And the rejection by Smith. And they're able to recover.
And without looking at the scoreboard, you think they were the team trailing and trying to fight their way back.
Smith outside. Pass to Curry. Porzingis with a screen on Fox. Off the mark, and a chance to trim it to single digits. Spurs leading by 12. Castle on the wing. Wembanyama, a screen on Smith. Jacks up a three. Oh, Wembanyama spacing the floor.
He is dialed in right now. Perfect from the field this quarter.
Pass to Winters. Smith kicks the butt. Trying to come right back with the three of his own. It's no good.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead. How about the vision by Wembanyama there? Always looking to get teammates involved.
Fox against Curry. Shoots over Fox. Will it go? Curry. That's good. Curry's got 14 points. And so it's San Antonio in command with a 16-point lead as the buzzer's out. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been hot from all over the floor tonight. Now we have a moment to go courtside. Allie LaForest has got something for us.
Thanks a lot, guys. Head coach Steve Kerr here with us now. Coach, what do you want to see from this team in the second half?
Well, we got to make some stops and get a little traction in this game. I mean, we fell behind right away, and so let's make a push the first 4 or 5 minutes, get back in the game.
Thank you, Coach.
All right, Allie, thanks for that. We'll be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in just a moment.
Thanks for tuning in. Did you miss us? Before we discuss the game at hand, let's first check out the upcoming schedule.
And for that game against the Pelicans, they hold some advantages, but can't play sloppy or uninspired. Still have to come in focused and get the job done.
That's just like us here in the studio. It's hard to bring it every day, but, you know, we try. And now how about those first 2 quarters of play? Just a dominating performance for the San Antonio Spurs.
They've kept the ball moving. No one's trying to be a hero, and you see the results.
Yeah, they're just not slinging it around. They are passing with a purpose.
Thank you for being with us. Now let's send it to Kevin Harlan for the second half tip.
Big gap on the scoreboard. The second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. What can you say? Lee, an impressive effort here today.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
And that will be the biggest adjustment. They have to force the ball out of his hands, but that's a difficult challenge.
Warriors trail by 16. Fox and Castle are their guards. Wembanyama's out there with Lee. And it's Vassell in at the 3 spot. And that's the 5 to begin the second half for Mitch Johnson. Curry gets the bucket.
Curry is just lethal from outside.
And the Spurs with possession. Fox passes to Wembanyama. Yes, that goes in. He's got 14.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Curry against Fox. And there's the foul. It'll go on Lee. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Perez finds Curry. Porzingis sets the pick for Curry. Smith on the wing. And stolen by Castle.
And how about the stingy defense there to deny that pass?
Lee outside. Pass to Vassell. Shot clock at 6. The 10-footer. Here's Wembanyama. Out to Lee from past the arc. Rebound by Butler.
Yeah, just 25% to start this half. They're going to have to start getting higher percentage shots.
Wow, Curry, automatic from deep.
Bottom line, you need shooters on your team who can space the floor.
Yeah, that's how you create that spacing, and that will open up a lot of options offensively.
Castle with it. 5 points in the game. Out to Lee. Fires for 3. And he'll get another chance. Pass to Castle. Fires the 3. Rebound by Smith. Smith's got his 4th rebound in this one. At the top of the key, Curry. Some nice passing by Golden State. Rolls up on the elbow. Smith, no good. And here's Wembanyama. He'll bring it up for the Spurs. Leading by 12. Wembanyama, a screen on Butler. Castle finds Lee. To the middle. Here's Wembanyama.
A monster game for Wemby with the matchup issues he creates. I'm not sure anyone in this league can stop him when he's on.
And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan.
points per, 9 assists, and 3 rebounds. And it says a lot that when we see numbers like this from him, we aren't even shocked. He's that good.
Yeah, his production is crucial to this team. They've sort of built around him, and it's why so many things are run through him.
Here's Winters. 8 points for him. Butler kicks to Smith. Here's Curry with the 3. And Benyama with the rebound.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Well, the defense was solid right there, but that's just a missed opportunity at the rim.
Porzingis passes to Winters. Up top, Curry. Castle covering. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Curry is inside. Castle covering. A 3 from Porzingis. Kept alive. Smith outside. Curry a screen on Lee. That's a 2 from Smith. And the Warriors miss again.
Well, if you take low percentage shots, you are going to have difficulty making it.
And Benyama with it. Now guarded by Porzingis. Here's Fox. The shot, no good. Smith with the defensive effort. Butler in the corner. Fires from deep. Rebound, San Antonio. Lee's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. You know, Tim, they say you can't measure hard, but Jimmy Butler, he plays with a lot of heart. He is non-stop.
Well, you can talk about his skill level and IQ, but Kevin, what you love about Butler is his competitive will, and he saves his best for the postseason.
And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. He's ready to talk things through with them. Moment now to see who's atop the NBA in team free throws. In the third spot, the Spurs. Number 5, the Warriors.
Both teams really well served to be very aggressive attacking the rim because of how well they shoot the ball at the free throw line.
Castle on the wing. Lee sets a screen for Castle. 6 to shoot. Johnson surveying the floor. San Antonio again missing. Warriors trail by 14. Smith the pass to Winters. And finish off by Prez.
Very difficult to stop team play when the ball's moving. Excellent find with the pass to create that scoring opportunity.
Pass to Wembanyama. Good and a nice assist from Fox. Wembanyama has got 19 points.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Curry kicks to Prez. Screen by Porzingis. Winters misses the 3.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Here's Fox. Sweet little floater. Fox has got 11.
And there's an example of Fox. Doesn't have to get all the way to the cup to be effective.
Outside Butler. Back to Curry. A 3. Rebound San Antonio. Castle's got his 4th rebound at that last point here tonight. Fox, no good. Warriors trail by 17. Smith outside. Here's Butler. And we have to take another glance at that powerful rejection.
And a block like that sends a message. One that says we're not giving up this lead.
And the Warriors have some changes. Al Horford, he's checked in for Porzingis. Green comes in for Butler. And it's Brandon Podziemski in for Smith. Fox against Curry. Shot clock at 6. On the wing, Green. Here's Podziemski. And a miss there on the triple. Spurs leading by 17. Here's Wembanyama. That's number 9 to fall. He's only taken 10 shots.
So fluid off the bounce. Wembanyama.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Horford with a screen on Castle. Left side, Horford. Over in the corner, Green to stop the run. Shot by Podziemski, no good.
And it just feels like his poor shooting has been contagious to his entire team as they find themselves trailing.
Fox, no good. And so Curry will bring it up for Golden State. 19-point game. Pass to Podziemski. Now here's Green. Now Prez for the 3. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
Such an advantage to have a big man who can dish it like Draymond.
Wembanyama sets a screen for Fox. Trying to find Johnson. He's got it now. And it's Wembanyama with the jam.
Well, he is really filling it up, but also keeping others involved.
Warriors trail by 18. Pass to Podziemski. Curry a screen on Castle. Curry deciding where to go with it. Back to Podziemski from deep. Rebounded by the Spurs.
And even though he didn't get a piece of that shot, you love the pressure he puts on the shooter.
And sometimes that's all you need to do to force that miss.
Here's Wembanyama for 3. Here's Podziemski. Guarded by Fox. Curry against Castle. Outside Curry. Launches from deep. And Lee pulls it down. Lee's got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. Back from outside. And they hit it back. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Horford's got 4 rebounds in this game.
Nothing going his way this quarter offensively. Time to recalibrate.
And this is where Steph thrives. The more room he has to run and operate, the more dangerous he becomes.
And so Mitch Johnson decides to call a timeout. As now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. Horford against Wembanyama. And the layup call. Wembanyama's got 25 points. So, Tim, you ended your NBA career a little bit early because of knee problems, and at 34, you made the transition to broadcasting and have excelled so much. What has that journey been like?
Well, certainly, Kevin, I wish I could have played another handful of years, but you're right. The knee injury forced me into this line of work, and I'm blessed and grateful because I can stay connected to the game. I get to watch it every night with a front row seat, and hopefully I get to make people a little bit smarter about what they're watching.
Oh, you do, believe me. You definitely do. Here's Horford. Nice pass. Right into the rack perfectly for the layup. Horford's got his second basket of the game. Spurs leading by 18. Outside Harper. To Champagny. Bryant looking it over. A three-pointer is right on target. Bryant's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Up top, Curry. He's guarded by Harper. Nailed from three-point land. 16 points for Preds.
It's been a modest night scoring so far. Maybe that shot will encourage him to get some more looks.
And Wembanyama outside. Pass to Johnson. Back to Wembanyama. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Well, he has been pretty much unstoppable this quarter, and his team is thriving as a result.
This trip is his second to the free throw line in this one.
And with an 86% free throw average, you can count on him to come through on most trips. Considered by many to be the best prospect since LeBron James, Wembanyama seems determined to reach his full potential.
And here is Preds. He's got 16. He was all alone on that one. Curry's got 11 points here in just the second half.
Well, he is doing everything he can offensively in this quarter, but unfortunately, it's a team game, and he can't win this alone.
And it's in there.
Smart use of the mid-range by Harper, a dynamic lefty who can also show off the tops.
Here's Curry. High, arcing shot, and he's able to get it back. Over Wembanyama. A shot by Curry, no good. Outside Harper. Off target from the baseline. And so is Victor Wembanyama, making things happen for the San Antonio Spurs. His work on the glass was outstanding in that quarter. Great rebounding. And we'll be back with you shortly. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, put the pass right on the money.
And it's such an advantage to have a big man who can facilitate at a high level like that.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. So with Curry sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. The forward spots will be Butler and Green. Majensky out there with Smith. And it's Horford in at the 5 down low.
And they're winning this game despite his difficulties at the offensive end.
Here's Butler. Here's the drive. That one good for 2. Butler's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for the Warriors. Spurs leading by 18. Pass to Cornette. Now Harper. Just 5 on the clock. There's Lee with the 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from Harper. points for Speedy.
4 threes in the first half, and now another here in the second. He is feeling it.
Lights out Harper. Pass to Johnson. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. And a moment here to take a look at some of the hustle stats for the Spurs.
They have been a wrecking ball defensively, coming up with steals, being active with their hands, and just doing a terrific job of disrupting the rhythm.
And I also really like the pace they've played with in this one, specifically how high tempo it's been, clearly working to their advantage so far.
Here's Champagny, defended by Butler. Harper dishes to Lee. Back to Harper. Here's the three. No good that time. Some solid defense from Butler. High post try, and it's Golden State with another. Spurs leading by 19 points. To the inside. And Cornet gets it to go.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
And they are just breaking the will of their opponent.
Outside, Green. Horford with the screen on Lee. Back to Horford. Shoots the three. It's hauled in by Cornet.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Harper's shot is good.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
The Warriors have gone 3 or 4 field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Lee against Green. Horford sets a screen for Green. There's the three. Unable to get that one.
You have to defend the three-point line. They got lucky if you missed that one.
And it's Lee penetrating. Score that one for him. His 8th field goal. 8 for 11 on a very accurate night.
And they're beginning to just flat-out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
To the paint. Here's Green. Lee with the block. So when you look at different approaches to player recovery, from load management, say, Tim, to rub some dirt on it and get back in there, where do you stand on all of that?
Well, I do think teams have done a better job of trying to make sure players are protected from themselves and make sure they're getting enough rest. But I also think there are times guys should be allowed to play through certain types of minor injuries.
Harper wide open. And the ball out of play. The Warriors will inbound.
Golden State ball. Substitution on court.
Golden State's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Outside, Horford. Back to Smith. Outside Butler. Just 4 to shoot. Shoots over Vassell. Off the mark, and the drop continues.
Well, his poor shooting hasn't helped them much, but you can't point the finger solely at him for why they're behind.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Smith on the wing. Castle covering. Smith against Castle. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Tim, as we look at the area of modern medicine, isn't it amazing how it's helping extend playing careers?
Yeah, it's really incredible, Kevin, how these procedures now are so much less invasive. Guys come back sooner, and they're able to play longer. Just look at Klay Thompson gifting his 2022 championship ring to the doctor who performed his Achilles surgery. Now, that's the kind of impact these doctors are having.
It really is amazing. Both free throws good from Smith. The Spurs have gone 6 of 11 since the start of the fourth quarter. Smith against Castle. And the rejection by Smith. And that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession. Here's Fox. The Warriors pull it in.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
If he can just make a couple of buckets, though, this can all be put in his rearview mirror.
Green with a screen on Vassell. Lee with the steal. Plays it up and puts it in. Lee's got 26 points.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, he can taste a win right now. He's just trying to close it out.
That's a 2 from Butler. The rebound by the Spurs. Wembanyama's got his 20th rebound here tonight. Saw that coming. It's Vassell on the wing. Defended by Butler. Lee, that's good.
It just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And so Green will bring it up for Golden State. Pass to Podziemski. Now Smith. Green with a screen on Castle. Outside, Green. Lee with the block. Outside, Fox. Now, Wembanyama. Off target from outside.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Here's Smith. The good-looking shot from the wing. Smith's got 8 here in the quarter.
Now, he's been reliable tonight, but that's certainly not the case for his team in general.
Vassell outside. Knocks down the 3-ball.
Well, these defenders have better start closing down on shooting.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Inside and stolen by Vassell. And now in transition is Lee. Here we go. He's looking for Wembanyama and finds him. Fox feeling it out a bit. Horford with the rebound. Horford's got 7 rebounds in the game. Here's Podziemski. Nifty move. Count that one.
Perfect bounce pass leading to the basket. That's just great teamwork.
And the Spurs with possession. Outside, Fox. Looking to end this cold spell. And it's Fox slamming it down.
Whoa, the Aaron Fox, explosive. And boy, does that get the bench energized.
Like to thank AT&T for bringing us that spectacular look from their connected cam. Smith the pass to Butler. Shoots over Vassell. And it's Butler missing. San Antonio's gotten 3 of their 6 3-pointers to fall here in the fourth. Rebound by Smith. Smith's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Here's Podziemski. He with the block. Castle on the wing. Back to Vassell. Outside, Fox. And a wide open look for Lee. Good. Nice assist from Fox. Fox has got assist number 10 tonight with that last one. Now Butler. Pass to Smith. Over Castle. And again, it's the Warriors missing. San Antonio's gone 4-7 with the long ball here in the fourth quarter. And here is Vassell. Wembanyama sets a screen for Vassell. And stolen by Horford. Green kicks to Butler. Shot clock at 5. Back to Green. Here's Smith. The 18-footer is right on the mark. Smith's got 10 points in just the second half.
You know, throughout his career, Green has been a reliable point forward, a big guy who can really orchestrate an offense.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Spurs.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And an important milestone for them tonight as they pick up win number 10.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Speedy.
And he was really an intimidator out there. His shot blocking was incredible.
Pass to Castle. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Here's Fox for 3. Good on the triple.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
Yeah, the atmosphere in this arena has been unbelievable. Great all-around effort by everyone to put this game away.
Butler kicks to Prez. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Vassell against Butler. Vassell outside. And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Tim Legler, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan. This is the NBA on 2K Sports. And now, our player of the game, Speedy.